Hey, how are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a great day wherever you are right now. I wanted to give you a really quick video on my way back from the office here on the only two reasons you're not building wealth faster, you're not building wealth more, you're not building wealth more successfully. And there's really only two reasons, okay? Now, wealth is a game of continuously flowing money, right? So it's basically three actions. Okay, make the money, keep the money, multiply the money. Then you make the money again, then you keep the money again, then you multiply the money again. Okay, and guess what? That's how you build wealth in literally any area. You've got to have, think about it like a company. Okay, you've got to have a department that focuses on making the money. Okay, you've also got to have a department that focuses on being profitable. You know, running the books, the numbers, making sure you're keeping something. And then you also have to have a department that's focused on distribution. Okay, companies run on the same model. It's with your personal finances too. And that's why it's not ironic that economy literally means to manage the finances of a personal household. Okay, so what are the only two reasons that you wouldn't be succeeding financially in building wealth? Number one, you're not paying attention. Okay, so if you're like, man, you know, maybe I'm grinding, I feel like I'm putting in the work. And by the way, everyone feels like they're putting in the work. There's not a single person out there that doesn't feel like they work hard. And that's a different video for another day, but everyone feels that way. So maybe you're feeling that way right now. You're like, man, I'm putting in the work, but for some reason, I just don't feel like I'm getting ahead. Okay, I just don't feel like the plan is happening. I don't feel like it's working. It could largely be contributed to the fact that you're not paying attention. Okay, and what does that look like? It means that you're not studying your finances. You're not studying money. You're not studying what's going on around you. Not paying attention isn't something you do and feel active about. It's usually something you don't realize you're not doing. Okay, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention and you don't realize it till something happens. Okay, if you're in sports, you're in football, you're not paying attention. You don't realize you weren't paying attention until you got tackled. And you're like, oh dang, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so that's probably thing number one. Thing number two means you're not finishing the job. Okay, there's certain things you're not doing all the way. Okay, so it's either I'm not aware of my surroundings, I'm not paying attention, or I'm aware and I'm not getting the job done. Okay, so making more money, let's start with that. Am I paying attention to my income? Okay, paying attention literally means that I'm putting my focus on my income. It doesn't mean I'm aware of my budget. It doesn't mean I'm aware that I got a paycheck last week. It means I literally am studying the numbers. Am I studying my numbers, okay? Same thing with keeping money. That's the second thing you got to do is keep the money. Am I paying attention to that? Okay, am I playing the 1 to 5 game every week with my expenses? Am I actually running my numbers? Am I on mint.com or an Excel spreadsheet looking at how much came in, how much is going out, how much did go out, what are we planning on? That's paying attention. Okay, and then same thing with multiplying. In order to have the distribution on your dollar, am I paying attention to investments? Now, by definition, if you're paying attention to your investments, I believe you can't be putting your money with Wall Street. By definition, you're not paying attention to your money if you gave it to somebody else. If you paid a professional to look at your money so that you don't have to, that's a large reason why you're not wealthy, which means 80% of you that are watching the video, your retirement plan is the reason why you're not building wealth faster. Okay, so next thing is, like I said, there's the paying attention angle, and then there's the, am I actually finishing things? Am I finishing the job? Am I getting it done? Okay, as far as the first thing, making income, making more money, finishing it literally means you made more money. Okay, it means that I closed the deal, I sold something, I did something to increase my income. That's called finishing, okay? Same thing with keeping. This comes down to, did I physically take part of my paycheck and stick it into an account? That's why we have what we call the Wealth Dynamics Sacred Account, Wealth Creation Banking, Wealth Dynamics Banking, whatever you would like to call it. It's an account that every single month it makes sure you finish the job. It makes sure that the money goes in the account. Okay, because you can have the idea and know that you're supposed to save, but if you don't actually have a growing sacred account, then you're not doing it. You're not finishing the job. That's a reason why you're not building wealth faster. Okay, and then same thing with multiplying. Finishing the job on multiplying means that I put my money in an income producing asset that will pay me next month. Okay, that's finishing and actually getting the job done in that area. All right, so I want to go ahead and just really quick summarize. If you're not building wealth right now the way you want to, it's not a mystery. 3 things you got to do: make money, keep it, multiply it. You're either not paying attention in 1 or 2 or 3 of those areas, or you're not getting the job done in 1, 2, or 3 of those areas. And it could be all 6. It could be I'm not paying attention to my income, my savings, or my investments, and I'm not getting the job done with my income, savings, and my investments. And here is the solvent to this entire deal, guys. If you're struggling with paying attention to any of those areas or getting the job done in any of those areas, it is a sign that you lack knowledge. And that's not an insult, it's a fact. It's a sign that you lack knowledge. Because if you knew what I knew about money, you would be paying attention to everything. Okay, if you knew what I knew about money, you would be getting the job done on every single one of those areas. There wouldn't be an instance that you'd be okay not paying attention or not having success and not seeing results. Okay, and again, different video for a different time, but if you understood the banking system, the taxation system, how inflation really works, where it comes from, how our economy works, not what you're seeing on CNBC when you actually look at who founded our economy, who founded our banking system, and what did they design it to do, you would be freaking terrified. And you would do everything in your power to be okay and not be perilous to that system, if that's a word. And that's why you'd be paying attention, and that's why you'd be getting the job done. So guys, I wanted to share that. So if you're watching this right now, okay, if you're watching this right now and you're like, man, I haven't been paying attention, I haven't been getting the job done, I want to offer you a free analysis. Okay, I just posted the link in the comments. I developed a program last year called the Wealth Potential Analysis, and it's not magic, but what it is it's a 37 question assessment. A 37 question assessment where you'll get a snapshot. It'll be different questions we've come up with. You may not agree with all of them, but ultimately, if you're not where you are, or where you want to be right now, you're probably not going to be in a position where you're doing things you agree with. I mean, that's not really an option right now. So you may not agree with all of them, but the bottom line is this 37 question assessment is going to give you a snapshot of where you're at, where you need to be. It's going to help you uncover the steps you need to start taking. And the best part is when you submit the assessment, your results are going to get sent over to our office, and you'll get a free coaching call with one of my Grant Cardone certified wealth creation coaches. We're not charging for this. Obviously, we want to earn your business. We're going to do that first through value. So if you would like to submit your information on the assessment, see your results, talk with a coach, figure out a strategy, we'll give you a free 15-minute call. Okay, and that's going to give you the ability to work with a professional who is paying attention, who is getting the job done, and can give you some perspective. Okay, because I heard a quote today. I'm going to end on this. I heard a quote today, awesome quote. You can't read the label when you're standing inside the bottle. So if you're trying to figure out why you're not excelling financially, dude, you're inside the bottle right now. You're not going to know unless somebody from the outside points it out to you and says, hey, this is what's going on. And that's what this assessment's going to do. So submit your information on the link, okay? And the only reason you wouldn't is A, you don't believe me. You think the link's really a trick and it's some kind of a weird sales pitch. And even though we're not charging money, somehow we're going to get you. Okay? And I enjoy your paranoia if that's you. Or B, you don't think you're going to follow through on it. You think you're going to get the information and you're not going to do anything with it because you've been to these things before, you've done these things before, and it didn't work last time. And that's why you need help. That's why you need a coach. Okay, so if you're person number 1 and you're like, oh man, this is just another one of those scams to get my information, click on the link and go to the page. You'll see we're not charging your credit card. You're not entering anything other than your answers to the questions and then some information on where we can contact you. Okay, any normal, sane person would see that and be like, oh, okay. And B, if you're the person when you're like, hey, this isn't going to pan out. I've tried this before. It didn't work last time. That is why you need a coach. That is why you need a strategy. Left to your own devices, you brought yourself to where you are today. You're not going to get further than that. It's impossible. If you could, you would have done it already. You need new people, new knowledge, new information, and new systems. and that's what we're going to provide for you. So guys, go ahead and check out that link, and if you're interested in that, just click it, fill it out, we'll get back at you. Make sure you guys like this video and also share this video. I'm aware that the content that I'm putting out is not content anyone else is producing. We have our own spin on it, and it's much more applicable, and it's a lot less esoteric and conceptual. It's practical stuff you can implement. And I appreciate that about our content. Our clients do too. And if you do as well, make sure you like and share the video. I appreciate all of you. Thank you again. Have a great night. I'm going to talk to you soon.